Hello and welcome again to Kosher Nanny. So we're going to embark in the second chapter, which is the Jewish culture. So I'm assuming you all have your manuals. I know you probably read through it already. I just want to point out important things that you may have missed or misunderstood. So as a general rule, you would be probably working in families that are either from Sephardi or Ashkenazi descendants. There's a lot of different groups among the Jews. You have those that come from Europe, Eastern Europe. In Montreal especially, those Jews usually speak English at home. And you have Jews that are from Sephardi descent, which usually come from Morocco in Montreal in general. And they usually speak French at home. So they also speak English, but I'm saying at home they mainly speak French. You might hear the parents speak in Arabic between each other. The groups vary a lot in terms of their laws and customs, their cuisine, sometimes their approaches, sometimes their general temper or temperaments. But you'll see that it's quite interesting and enriching. Ashkenazi Jews also hold another branch called Hasidim. Hasidims you might be working at Hasidims as well, because we have had some clients. Hasidims are the ultra-Orthodox branch of Judaism. Usually the men wear those really, really long black robes and the beards and the payas, they're called, and the shtreimels on Shabbat, those big hats. They usually have the same laws and customs as regular Ashkenazi Jews, but they usually take it more than a notch higher. And usually they're a lot more strict about a lot of different things. But you will learn as you go along, so there's nothing to be worried about, and we'll be there to guide you to get to know the family in general. But there aren't a lot of families like that. In general, you'll be working either by regular Ashkenazi English-speaking families or by French Sephardi families. So you might also be working at other families that are Sephardi but are not Moroccan, like Yemenites or Mizrahis, but there are not a lot of those as well, and the differences aren't that big. So we're just, for the sake of clarity, we're just going to cover Ashkenaz and Moroccan for now, because those are really the main main currents in Montreal. So where are the differences? So the prayer services are different, the pronunciation is going to be different, and the cuisine is going to be very different as well. What else? Oh, some Ashkenazi families might also speak Yiddish at home, which is a mixture of Hebrew with German. Okay, what else? Oh yes, very important in terms of kashrut, in terms of eating. The Sephardi Jews usually wait 6 hours between meat and milk, or chicken and milk, meaning after they have eaten chicken or meat, they wait 6 hours. And the Ashkenazi Jews only wait 3 hours after meat and milk, after meat or chicken. So that's the major difference in terms of the waiting time. But we'll see there are other differences in the kosher kitchen. Okay, page 5, Jewish culture. This little symbol, a mezuzah, right? So it's a little box that you have when you walk into a room on the right side. People usually just come, touch, and kiss it. So this box holds a sacred parchment, a sacred piece of paper. In general, if for whatever reason it falls, it's important to right away pick it up, put it on the table, and notify your employer, and he will see to it that it sticks back. But don't ever touch the parchment that's inside. And like I said, in general, people just kiss it, and that's it. So that's called a mezuzah. Okay. Then we have the tzitzit and the talis. So this is something that the men wear. Some little boys, as of the age of 3, will be wearing it in terms of their education. It looks like a little. It looks like a little shirt with these long hair on each side. And essentially, most households will ask you not to wash it in the machine. Sometimes they'll tell you to wash it, but it's important to ask them. Some of them like to hand wash it because the the little hairs can get entangled. So make sure that if you see it in the laundry basket, just ask the employer, would you like me to wash it as part of the regular load, or you want me to hand wash it? Ask her exactly what she wants you to do. Now, aside for this, there's the big prayer shawl, which the men after the age of 13, after what's called the bar mitzvah, wear. And that's also, you have to ask the employer how they would like it to be washed, if they want it to be dry cleaned, hand washed. Just take the time to ask, because some people are very specific about the way they want to wash these religious garments. While we're talking about garments, I want to talk about one of the biggest law, which is not to mix wool and linen in the same clothing. For those of you that are going to be working with the elderly, this is a very strict and important law. In general, just you have to look in the fabrics and make sure that there isn't a combination of wool and linen. It's one of the strictest commandments. So like I said, if you are working for an elderly, the better thing to do actually is not even for you to check the label for wool and linen mixture yourself, but to actually bring it to get it verified at a rabbi's, to make sure that especially the suits and the coats, to make sure that there isn't a combination of wool and linen. But this is only pertaining to those that work for the elderly, because they can't do it themselves. But a regular family would do it on its own. Thank you.